Uh,
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawnyScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawnyScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawnyScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Shawn. Yank it.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends. It's Wednesday.
huh? Wait, I just saw Michael Shawn, and now he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Spike is so cold on the East Coast that he lost his internet signal. He got to refresh his signal.
Yeah,
Mike.
maybe he's refreshing. Mike is here today. Good morning, Stephanie.
He's gone.
He's here. There it is. There he is.
Oh, what
There he
happened?
is.
Yeah, that
I
weather,
don't
that
know.
cold
You went
weather on this East Coast.
That was crazy. I ain't never. You know what? I realized that God is telling me that I need a new computer. So y'all gonna have to tell me what actual laptop I need to get, because I've had this one for a long time and it's been hanging in there, and it's giving me a whole bunch of updates and stuff like that. There's a whole lot going on. So my little HP, hang in there, please. HP, just hang in there. Just please hang in there for a little bit longer. Just please get a MacBook.
Yeah.
Is that the one I should get? The MacBook?
Yeah, that's what I have. I have a Mac.
Okay.
I don't understand Mac.
I'm gonna get it.
And my backup is the iMac. It's the, like the desktop iMac. That's my backup.
Stephanie, we are really going to talk about the sad day in Texas. We will. Let's just get. We are going to talk about it. Shawnee,
Hey,
can you get on IG and Jay Black? Try and get on IG, Jay Black. You know what I'm gonna get you, Jay, as a present?
I don't want no iPhone because it ain't got
I'm gonna
nothing to do
get you
with
an iPhone specifically just for the show.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you like an iPhone.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you like an iPhone 8.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm not an iPhone person.
That's an older one.
That's an older one. It's like if I got you it's like if I got you a 2011 Honda Accord. Like
yeah.
Why would I want
like
a squatter?
What up, Don? Because you got a squatter now. And you just don't know it's a squatter. You got a squatter cell phone now.
Diane, Steph, Nikki White Chocolate. I'm sure Kathy Black is out there. Natalie.
Yeah. Hey, Natalie.
All right. So Jay, how was your night? Let's get how was your night?
My night was I'm cold. I'm trying to get through this weather. I realized yesterday that I don't want to do landscaping. Remember I was talking about doing lawn care? I'm done.
Get out of here.
Back and forth.
You don't want to do landscaping? Get out of here.
I thought I wanted to start my landscaping lawn care service company. That's a nice hustle. But yesterday I forgot to take my allergy pill before I cut my grass again. And then I realized I don't like doing the weed whacking. I just want to ride the lawnmower. Now, if I could just ride the lawnmower, I could do that. But
the weed whacking is dangerous. If you hit yourself with that weed whacker,
yeah, I'm done.
It's not no. If you get the new one, you got to get a new weed whacker. The new ones are really dope.
The weed whacker I got is good. Hey, good morning, Kathy. She always rocking with us.
What up, Kathy?
I'm done now. It's too much work to get off the lawnmower, and then you got to go all the edges. You want to make it sharp, and then you got to blow all the dead grass around, and you don't want to leave the trail of the raked up I'm done.
But that's because that's because
I'm over it.
No, but that's because having a landscaping company, you need a team. Like the people who come out here, you got the boss. and then you got like 4 or 5 dudes that come out and they knock it out.
Right.
And
Nick.
all he does is supervise, and he tells you what they're doing, and that's all he does. He doesn't actually do weed whacking. He
Maybe
probably
that's
doesn't know what a
because
weed
I don't
whacker
have
is.
because I don't have a team. Maybe that's why I feel like this, because I don't have a team. It's just me. So it's
Nikki
like,
White Chocolate said, "Dan J Black, that was fast." But
That
she also,
was.
you missed the comment. She also said you're a quitter. She said she said you're a quitter. That's what
I
she
just
said.
need to reevaluate. All right, I'm not quitting. I just need to reevaluate.
You're a quitter.
I need to take a step back and figure this out.
You're a quitter.
It may be because the weather's shifting. How did it go from 96 degrees and then yesterday it was cold, and then this morning it's like 54 degrees waking up.
It
You
was
know,
Put
hot
a hood
yesterday.
jacket on. I'm cold.
Okay, this son of a bitch
This is
complained when it
ridiculous.
was 90 degrees, Shawnee.
It's a lot of work
He
yesterday.
said, "I ain't going outside. I'm glad I ain't going outside because it's 90
It's
something
too
degrees."
humid. You gotta stay there when it's
And
96 and that
so
hot, you
exactly
gotta chill.
exactly what degree do you need it to be perfect? What you need to live in San Diego where it's 75 degrees every day? Is that what you need?
75 to 84 is perfect.
Oh wow. 75. That's kind of cool too.
75 to 84. That's a nice window for
Let's
me.
talk to God. God, Jay Black said, is it possible that you can keep the degrees between 74 and what was that, Jay Black?
75 to 84.
Oh, 75 to 84.
84 is good. 80 is good.
Please, God, because Jay Black said that's when he's comfortable and he can do landscaping.
Yes. Thanks. I
What did
appreciate
God
you.
say?
What did he say back?
I can't have it. God said, fuck out of here. No, I can't believe God said that.
God ain't cursing.
I can't believe, I'm sorry, God. I can't believe God just told you that. Like, that's not me, dog. That's
How
not
you
me.
say God ain't cussing?
God don't curse.
In the Bible, they be cussing
They
up
be
a storm in the
cussing?
Bible.
How
Yeah.
No,
about
they
damn
don't.
and
They curse in the
ass?
Bible for real?
Hell yeah.
They don't curse in
Yeah.
the Bible for real. I
Yeah.
never read the
Yeah.
Bible. They say like
Well,
the F
read it.
word.
He said he never read the Bible. Like, we supposed to be like, get out of here. We know you ain't never read the damn Bible.
So they be saying the full letter word.
They don't say the
F-U-C-K.
F-bomb. First of all, there wasn't no F-bombs back in the day. It's like damn is a big curse word back in the day.
Damn ass.
Ass. Yes. Yep.
But how do they say it like in that type of way? You an ass.
How about you read it? How about you read it instead of us trying to translate?
Go
Yeah. How
read
about
the
you?
chapter and tell us about it.
Yeah, read. What do you call that when in college, Shawnee, when they got the Cliff Notes? Read the Cliff Notes. Yeah, they gotta have the Cliff Notes for the Bible for Jay Black. Shawnee, how was your night?
It was good. It was full of work. As usual. I didn't do nothing spectacular. Yesterday I shipped out some stuff. I finally shipped out Kamari's shirt and his media room shirt, his media room bag.
Nice.
I shipped out some tablecloth that I made for somebody. And then I got you know what? I got a big order from Honeywell. Y'all know what Honeywell is?
I know Honeywell, but I don't know exactly what Honeywell does. But I remember seeing Honeywell. Like, what is it?
Lotion or something?
I don't know what they do, but I know it's a big corporation. But for one of their warehouses, they ordered shirts for their entire crew.
Nice.
There we go.
450 piece order from Honeywell. I was like,
450 people. Yeah, you're gonna be busy.
450
yeah.
Busy. Nice.
And you know what? It wasn't even 75 degrees.
It was raining. It was storming.
It was raining and storming. The weather was hideous in Texas.
Oh yeah, and I sold some shirts too. Somebody else came by here and because if y'all come to the house, it looks a little different now. I have more stuff in here for that, but I had some box of shirts for DeSoto High, and somebody came in and they bought some of those, and then someone else had a little special order. So I've been working. Yes,
she has. My night was fine. My night was fine. It was good. It was good. Had a little therapy session. Did that.
Therapy.
I'm in therapy. So I shout out to my therapist. Dope dude. Different. He's a different type of fella. He's a different type of fella. Like he's very he's a very spiritual. He's really cool as hell. But he's really like into like we walk. Like he'll take me on walks to like a stream, and we'll sit there and like you got to close your eyes and you got to meditate and you got to literally listen and shut your mind down and do this. It's really dope. Once you realize that we're so not trustworthy, like as people, we don't trust anybody. So the fact that a white man was walking me into the woods had a little nerve. Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know about that.
Like I let him walk in front of me. Like that's paranoia. I let him walk in front of me.
I go with you, but you gonna go first.
Yeah, you gonna go first. You gonna go first.
Homeboys might come up behind you, so you might be trapped. They might circle around you. I don't know.
That would be my life to die, like get killed by a therapist. Like that would be the joke. Like yo, Mike, you know how Mike got killed by a gang member? No, a therapist. That would be my life. So that was good. Then the NBA is rigged. I just want to tell y'all, Dallas won last night.
Oh, the Mavericks.
They did? What? I didn't even pay attention.
Dallas almost broke the record for 3-pointers. Like they literally.
Oh, they were trying to show up Steph.
Yeah, they literally at one point had hit, I think, 18 3-pointers. Like,
oh wow.
When you hit 18 3-pointers, there's no way to beat a team. But
who hit them?
Everybody. Mark Cuban hit 2. Yeah, Mark Cuban hit 2.
The owner.
Mark Cuban hit 2.
The
he
owner
didn't get fined this game.
No, he fined. Mark didn't get fined.
He was behaving.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even think he deserved really to get fined for that, but I don't care. He's a billionaire, so whatever. Pay that $100,000, and if that's what's going to happen, that's what's going. Yeah, keep moving. You got the best seat in the house. Like,
hey, do you know Mark Cuban?
I've met Mark Cuban. I've met his brother a few. I've had long conversations with his brother because his brother's.
But if I say his name if I say your name to him, would be like, yeah, I know Mike.
He might, because we interviewed him like 3 or 4 times, and then I saw him in person. Like I said, his brother's a recovering addict, so his brother was at different functions that I was at, and Mark was there, and I did talk. Now, as many people as he meets, probably not. But I did ask him a bunch of questions, and I got on his nerves when I asked him a few questions about the Mavs. And
does he like you?
I don't think he dislikes me. I think the questions I had was valid.
Okay.
I don't know. Wow, you about to meet him?
I look. You know me. You know me.
Get the politicking.
It's a safe bet, Shorty. Whenever you meet somebody, make sure they like you first before you bring my name up. Make sure your relationship is solid, because I don't know. I think we're cool. I don't think.
Oh no, I take a chance. I don't met people that didn't like you.
You said what?
I ain't care. I've met people that didn't like you when I brought your name up, and they were like, all right. I'm like, well, that's my brother, so I guess I can't rock with you. So, nah.
It just happens. I don't know how to segue into this. I would just tell you this. What happened in Texas was so sad that I could not watch. The mass shooting that happened in Texas was so sad, and the news was so heartbreaking. Like my mom literally sat in front of this television, in front of her TV, and watched and watched and watched and watched. And I said, Mom, the news isn't going to change. Like, why do you keep putting yourself through this? And my mom is the type of person that my mom is like, why? What was wrong with this child to do this? Like, my mom has such a kind heart that she feels pain for the parents, the kids, and then she also feels pain for the guy who actually did the killing.
Wow.
Like, my mom's like, what was he going through that he would kill his grandmother and then go there and kill innocent people at an elementary school? That's just my mom. Like, I don't have that type of I don't know what you call that type of empathy. I guess. And Steve Kerr from the Golden State Warriors, the coach for the Golden State Warriors, who he's gonna make it very difficult for me to ever root against the Golden State Warriors. Like, actually flipped at the press conference and did not want to talk about basketball and really wanted to talk about the background checks and the 50 senators that are controlling this, that will not make it more intense, even though 90% of America wants background checks for guns. And he was like, listen, we're going to sit here. He said, I'm tired of doing moments of silence. I'm tired of us mentioning this before basketball games. People are going to root for the Warriors and people are going to root for the Mavericks. I'm sick of this. And he mentioned something that I didn't know, that there were 50 senators that literally have a bill in front of them that they will not enforce to make background checks more difficult to get these assault rifles. Now, I get handguns, y'all. I get handguns. I understand. And especially if a woman, I shouldn't just say especially, if you're protecting your home and there are women who are living by themselves and there are women being attacked all over this country. I believe they should. I understand having handguns.
We can hear that, Jay.
We can hear that, Jay. We can hear that.
Oh.
We can
How
hear
do
that.
y'all hear that? And I had my microphone.
Because you got a microphone. What the fuck?
I had it on. I had it muted. Maybe I didn't mute.
No, it's
Oh,
not
go ahead,
muted.
go ahead.
It's
I was
not
trying to
muted.
see if I had that speech, but go ahead.
But to not have laws for assault weapons that are used in actual wars,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's impossible, even if there were cops on the scene, when this young man came to the elementary school, there's no way they can fight back against an assault weapon.
Yeah, not that fast, not that quickly.
So I don't. Oh, thank you for saying my mom's the same, because my mom has empathy for everyone. She really does. But I gave up the fight a long time ago, especially in Texas. I gave up the argument because it's like talking to a wall. No matter how many kids get shot and no matter how many kids get killed, people will argue and say, I need to be able to have my assault rifle. They don't care.
Oh, wow.
I was watching and was bawling. I had to click off. Prayers for the family. My colleagues, friends, was a victim that died. It was the hometown she was from. I'm so sorry to hear that, Tim.
Uvalde. Yeah.
The last time this happened, we got into this long debate. And I hate that I was right, because I said, it's going to happen again, right? And it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
This ain't going to be the last time kids are going to die in elementary schools. And teachers are going to die.
They said second graders, third graders. It was like, Jesus.
How did he get into the school?
That I have no idea. But the problem is my kids complain about their school and they go, Dad, there is no security.
See, at my kids' school, they go to a what they call a hood school. You can't get in. Like you
buzzed in every
have
every step of the way.
You have to buzz in, and then there's a foyer, and you can get there. And then from there, somebody has to come out and get you. And then if you do go in, if they do allow you to walk into the office, you got to go through a metal detector.
And Shawnee, and I love that. But if you have an assault rifle, you shooting all that down.
I'm getting in.
They
or they could be waiting for somebody to walk out.
There ain't no door that's built for an assault rifle not to blast right through it.
The bulletproof windows. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Because like when I put my kids in this school and they were like, "Oh, we going to school in the hood and they got metal detectors." Yeah, they probably need that in all schools. The way your school is set up, they need to set all schools up like that. Elementary,
like
all the way
Chinese
up.
Stores, like the Chinese
now the
stores.
problem is now you got to go through this is the problem. Now you got to go through every city raises their taxes. So every city is going to have to raise their taxes in order for this to get done. Like there's a whole
our tax dollars are going over to the Ukraine, so why not do something here?
But my point is,
tax dollars going over there.
Putting all this into prevention instead of the real root causes. He's saying
assault.
If you
weapons.
focus, he's saying to focus on the assault. So the regular handguns you're okay with. It's if I wanted to go buy an AR right now, I can. But why would I need an AR with the banana clip and the? I see what you're saying. Like
there's nothing.
Those as excessive weapons.
Like my dad,
mass damage.
My dad said this a long time ago, being a Vietnam veteran. He said, Mike, when somebody brings an assault weapon, you're dying unless you have one. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but they're not gonna They're not gonna stop that part. So that's why I'm for the prevention. They're not gonna stop that.
But even with the prevention, all they got to do is wait for the kids to walk outside.
On the school let out, and then he got everybody out.
That's all they got to do. And my thing is, my frustration is people will say how sad they are, and we are all sad. But there are certain people who are sitting there saying prayers and got the assault rifles in their house and are sitting there going, it is more important for me to have this.
No, you made a good point. Even if they do all what Shiny said, the metal detector, it don't matter when the let out happened. You could just, all right, I'm in my car.
Walmart.
What's to stop somebody from being in their car?
What did it do?
Yeah, they did send out a message now for the southern sector of Dallas. I did get a text message. It said, don't go to Walmart because they had to shut down the Walmart in Lancaster. I don't know how true it was, but I got the text message. Hey, don't go. They were saying there was an active shooter there off of 35 and Beltline, and they were shutting down the Walmart in DeSoto. I don't know if anybody, I ain't go to Walmart, but planning on going to Walmart, but I got that text message around the time that, like, I guess a little bit after the shooting happened down in Uvalde.
But these senators won't even make it difficult to get one.
That's the part.
Crazy.
So is that much money in selling ARs and those assault weapons?
Yes.
That they like, no, we're not losing this.
Because the NRA has these senators choked out with their lobbyist money.
Oh, so they giving them money, so they need it for them, for their campaign, for their personal
gain. And
gain.
these senators don't want to lose their position because they know how many people in this country, if you tell white folks, if you tell this is the lie that they said Obama was going to do. This is the lie. They said Obama was going to take everybody's guns. The whole time Obama was running for the presidency, he's going to take your guns. Guess what he never did? He never took your guns. They said the same thing about Joe Biden.
Don't have the clout. They don't have the clout. They don't have the power to do that.
No, they can influence and go to the senators and say, "Hey, this is a bill that we're putting together."
I thought Joey B did that, and he cried, not cried, but he was emotional about it yesterday. I saw him speaking about it
because he knows the senators are not going to go along with it because they want to keep their jobs. So when Steve Kerr says, "I'm so tired of doing a moment of silence," it is so disrespectful that we do this and we send our prayers. We send our prayers to all these families, but then we don't do shit about it.
Yeah, it's going to talk about it next couple of days, and then it fades away.
And it'll die off. Yeah.
And that guy at Walmart. Now, I'm not even going to get into the guy who did the shooting at the elementary school. His last name was Salvador, right?
Yeah, it's an 18-year-old.
18.
He's 18. His name is 18-year-old Salvador Ramos.
Okay, so I just want to say this. He deserved to die, right? When the cops came, I have no problem with y'all guys letting off. But it's just ironic that the white boy who did that at Walmart got arrested.
Yeah, he didn't get shot.
And I don't want to turn it into because the
Wait,
more important
Walmart shoot. That was a recent Walmart one.
Yeah, the one that just happened in Buffalo.
In Buffalo, that your mom was calling me about.
Yes,
or whatever grocery store, whatever grocery
grocery. No, it was a grocery store or whatever.
Tops. It's called Tops or whatever. Yeah, Stacy Mitchell.
This dude was arrested with an automatic weapon in his hand after he killed people. There's a whole nother subject that just even the white dude on MSNBC had to do a whole monologue on how do white guys do mass shootings and get apprehended after they do it with a gun in their hand.
Because they see them as people and a life. We're looked at upon as savages and monkeys, animals.
Facebook.
We're not counted as humans.
My only thing is you can make it harder to get a gun, but then criminals are not getting there legally. So stricter laws won't affect the killers. But the problem is these guys are getting them legally. The guy who killed the people at the grocery store, he literally was on a list and still got it.
I see what you're saying. The street,
like everybody, and she makes a good point that everybody.
Maybe it'll be less assault rifles on the street.
Yeah, but it's being proven that. But
because
it's being,
if I can buy it and then I'm selling them. I'm getting a bunch of them, and I'm selling them. You know, I got them legally, but you got them off the street. It's because I supplied it the legal way.
But how do you? But my thing is that you're making it easier.
No, we're gonna make if we making it harder for people like you or me or Shawnee or whatever to buy them.
Yes.
And then oh, they got stolen or lost, and now they're on the street. Now legally, those psychopaths are getting them because we help provide that by eliminate. I see what you're saying with the assault rifles. That's the big deal. To limit them, because why do we need them in our house?
We don't need them.
We know. Yeah, I get the handgun part because I'm a proponent for the handgun, but yeah, I don't need an AR. I don't need to be able to. Yeah,
they were created for war.
Yeah, I don't need.
But then these cats will tell you that they need to go hunting because they need to shoot up a deer.
No, they need to go hunting so they can go shoot up some black and brown people.
What was that? Hey, shooting in Texas, first shot. His that is a tragic. Punch a hole in an ant.
But I mean, I guess we don't
they
know.
Scramble to fix it. Then they are back to normal. We are ants. Yeah, and it's scary. What do you do if somebody just pops up at an I don't even want to put this in a universe. What do you do when somebody pops up at a mall and decides to do this?
There's nothing there's nothing you can do because you're not prepared for that. You know,
and it's seconds.
And people and all the people who sit there, first of all the people, and I'm not talking about nobody in the squares, but like, that's why we all need to have guns. Your 9mm ain't doing nothing.
I watched a little piece of that Buffalo shooter guy, and those innocent people literally had seconds and couldn't do
seconds.
It didn't matter. They could have had an AR on them. It wouldn't have mattered. By the time he got out that car and started shooting them people, you just putting your groceries in your car. You just walking by to go to your car. You had no idea. And all of a sudden,
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
Y'all gonna look at me like,
sad. And then the innocent babies though. It's like we send our kids to school. I'm like, wait, my son is in the 3rd grade, and it's like, what the heck? Like, innocent little kids on top of that. Like, it's just
and in America, listen, I don't want to live nowhere else in America, so I ain't trying to be one of them people, right? I was gonna tell you, there are countries that the cops literally have no guns. Really? Iceland, they have no guns.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to move to Iceland.
No. I'm just saying the reason why our obsession with guns, other countries look at us like, why are y'all so obsessed with having guns?
It's too cold in Iceland to be shooting somebody.
No, I mean, yeah, but my thing, it is cold, but the fact people ain't dying off of gunshots, and we are so numb to it that we're just like, hey.
Stacy Mitchell sent me the Buffalo shooting, the graphic, the real deal, raw footage from his, and it was sad to watch. Yes, I watched it though, Stacy. I regret watching it a little bit, but it just you can't do nothing to stop that. What that guy did, what the guy did yesterday at the school is nothing, honestly, in those split seconds that it takes.
Exactly, Mike. Not just the schools, but anywhere. I literally don't feel comfortable being out places. I have to be like, I'll stay distracted to not think about what ifs all the time. All the time. No matter where you're at, you don't know where the craziness where it's gonna pop up
in seconds. Anywhere.
But the genie's out the bottle, because I'm telling you, our obsession with guns is something that no country rivals us. No country has more guns in their country than us. I'm talking about, we always talk about the Middle East, and we talk about all the Middle Eastern countries and how great we got. They ain't even on the same level as us when it comes to the guns that we have.
I just Googled AR-15 and got nervous. Like, they're going to check my Google history, see a while. No, I don't even, now I talk about, I don't even want to be Googling them. I was just curious to see the prices of these, but I just changed my mind. I'm not doing no research on that.
So I our prayers, because
don't they monitor stuff like that, Shawnee? Don't they monitor when people looking up guns and?
Mm-hmm.
Why would they? Yeah. Why would you
look it up?
Why would you
get
in trouble?
I was just curious to see, because that I could be one of them people on the list.
No, why I'm trying to do it's something. Legal to get one. Why would you get in trouble? It's not illegal to get one.
I don't know. I just felt weird when I Googled it. I just felt weird.
You ain't feel weird with Pornhub, so why would you feel weird?
What?
James K. Look, this all started with that white boy who walked around with his gun during the riot. Oh, yeah, he walked around with the gun during the riot, and he got that AR-15 legally. Legally, and his mom dropped him off. And nothing really happened to him. No, the cops gave him water. They gave him a bottle of water. Then the guy who killed those people in Buffalo, he's only charged with 1 count of murder. So white power still is real. And for Texas to have no gun laws isn't cool. We're going back to the Western days. Watch and see. And I tell everybody in Texas, you damn near don't have a choice but to go get a gun.
How did he make it?
Like, I was dumb enough.
Well, their school probably isn't, Stephanie.
How did he make it inside
Down
school? Because it's an elementary school.
But
Like-
I mean, I
like-
see what she's saying because Stephanie's in Texas too, and it's like some of the schools are set up that way where you can't just walk in.
But what
You
I'm
can't-
saying
I
is,
can't even go to, like, my daughter had an end of year performance. We can't go. They do not let the parents go. They will tape it and you can watch it afterwards.
like people will say, like, the bulletproof windows. If you shoot up the door's still gonna open. The window just ain't gonna break. Ain't no bulletproof lock.
No, but you said it, Mike, on the let out. On the let out, when school letting out, they just changed their approach of how if somebody is a psycho, they're going to figure out a way. So you putting all these preventative things for all of the after. The issue is, I'm with you now with the assault. I get it. Like, why do we need, as regular citizens, and they said the average price is what the lowest is like $750, the highest you around $1,300. So I guess middle range $800-900 for AR. But why do we need that? Why? I get it.
Dog, people are walking
get it.
around with things that Scarface was shooting in the movie.
Why? We're not in the military. We don't need the banana clip. Why do we need 60, 70 rounds? Like, what are we doing?
Oh, no. And Stephanie, thank you, because it started in the 60s when they shot up the this
Texas
is
Women's. Yeah, they had a shooter on Texas Women's University.
and this has been going on from the beginning, and the people ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. And that's why my heart goes out to those families, because these people lost family members, they lost kids. A teacher was killed, a police officer was killed. There are people that are gonna mourn and go to funerals. There are people that are never gonna be the same again. Anybody who has
the
children,
kids are scarred. That's the ones that was hiding and running the gun.
oh, the kids
they're mentally and their friends like.
And the audacity to that motherfucker Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, to literally act as if he's upset, to literally give all his condolences when you are the son of a bitch that made it easy for anybody to walk around the corner from my apartment and buy a gun and not even get trained for it. I didn't even have, all I had to do was walk in.
She can get one. Legally blind in Texas, she can still go buy
Facts. Facts.
Damn.
School shootings didn't start with Columbine. It was before that, but Columbine was the world famous one. Think about how long ago Columbine was, and nothing changed. I went to get my daughter one day from school a long time ago, and they damn near wanted a birth certificate with my ID before they let me in the building. And that's what they do. That's what they do with in my girls' high school. Like, I gotta hit a buzzer, and I look into a screen. They see the screen. I say my name. But if I got an AR-15, I'm shooting everything up.
Yeah.
You know, I just, you know.
If they knew the teachers had guns, he wouldn't have did that. And so just reading some of the comments.
The fact that people, this the thing that kills me about teachers having guns. You now want teachers to teach your kids, to be their parents, to train to use guns, and then be prepared to risk their lives. They got the same job. You're going to give the teachers the same job as the fucking police?
I don't want the
Another
teachers
comment
to
said,
have a gun.
say if one of those teachers went rogue, and then what?
Yeah, because if the
and then
teacher
that-
get mad at them kids and they
What if a teacher feels threatened in high school by some kid who's like 6 foot whatever, and the kid goes and like does what this is in we want we
Yeah, it's sad.
and just and the news and the news just and the thing about the news and I know they have a job to do, but God, man, y'all such whores because y'all will have it on 24 hours a day. And the CNNs and the MSNBCs and the Fox Newses, y'all such whores because y'all just keep banging this in people's heads because y'all know it's a good story and y'all got every angle that you can possibly find. And
they talk to
it's
parents
just
from other cases where parents lost lives and
police security. They got, I know in Dallas they got a whole DISD police force and it's trash.
Exactly, Black. I don't think teachers need guns. That shit would be scary. It's already scary. But the devil, that devil, Greg Abbott boy. Oh boy, man. Oh my God. Y'all so worried. Y'all so worried about women not having abortions, but y'all don't give a damn about kids dying in elementary schools. Y'all worried about fetuses, but y'all ain't worried about live kids walking around elementary schools, and y'all good with AR-15s still being allowed to be on these streets. That is absolutely amazing on how y'all run this country. And I pray that this happens to anybody watching this, anybody, that you never have to lose a child. Because anybody who's ever lost a child, my heart goes out to you because I don't know how I would continue in life if I lost one of my kids. I don't even know how I could continue.
Sheree, you out there? Sheree, a teacher. I think Lady Q said something about teachers.
And then folks will still disrespect teachers and say they work for us. Yes, I completely understand why there's a teacher shortage. Why would you want to be a teacher, yo?
Yeah, Sheree, you out there? I'm curious. Like, is her school, like, if you're a teacher, do your schools do something different today? Do they say something different? How do they address that if you're a teacher?
All right.
I think Stephanie is a teacher too.
Oh, Steph. Okay.
I think
I'm curious. Do they send something out to all schools to say, hey, you know, in light of this, we're stepping up more, or we're doing this different?
My kids at the put that last comment up. My kids in school, they send me an email, scared the death out of me. They have mandatory they don't call it mass shooting training, but it's like a fire alarm.
Like a drill.
It's a drill.
Okay.
It's basically a shooter drill that they have. And when the email comes, obviously my heart drops, and then I go like, oh, it's just a drill that they're having. Don Page said something. He said, I had to sit down and have a talk with my daughter a few years back about an active shooter drill she had at school. Yes, what the fuck? Exactly. My college student son said the same thing to me. It's an amazing thing. And I listen, I want to have fun. So I think we've addressed it. And we said what we had to say because I get stuck on something and I apologize. It's infuriating. We got an email from the district about it, and they just had a drill a few days ago at the high school. Yes. These kids are having drills, y'all. Yeah. They're having active shooter drills.
Yeah. All right.
Don't forget the intern Ted Cruz too. And that weasel act like he need to get all the facts first before they try to change gun laws. The fact is right in your face. Yeah, Ted Cruz is a devil too.
Oh,
yeah,
we got to get more facts. He said we still fact finding.
Yeah, the dead people ain't good enough.
Wow. We need more info.
We're gonna need more info on what actually took place.
Wow.
Now, somebody on IG said we've been having drills in high school. What high school do you go to?
I didn't know. Oh, okay, that's right. You were on yesterday.
I guess companies could too. Yeah, so I guess schools.
Oh no, companies. Remember the old jokes? Remember the old jokes where everybody would say working at the post office was a dangerous thing because cats was coming in there shooting up the post office, and that turned into a joke.
Oh, she goes to North Crowley. That's in Texas.
All right, I'm gonna switch just so we can have but it has to do with guns.
Okay.
You want to switch the guns?
We're gonna transition to something fun with guns.
With guns.
Okay.
No, watch how dumb this is. Let me
Okay.
read Stephanie. This is my last year at my district because of the stress with the staff and letting shit pass with a blind eye. It's all politics. Yes, it is. And nothing's being done for the children. No, it's not. Our school has drills all the time and our doors are locked. It's crazy. So Hot 97 is a station that me and Jay Black worked at, right? And they have a huge hip hop concert, probably the biggest hip hop concert in the country for years, called Summer Jam.
Summer Jam.
Where Jay-Z brought out Michael Jackson. There's been some historical like performances that people have come together and everything like that. And so there's this thing called drill music. Have y'all heard about drill rap, the drill music now?
No.
Yeah, everybody, even Cardi B just did a song with a group, and I don't know all the groups. And Hot 97 is having a problem with Summer Jam. You know why?
Why?
Because too many of the rappers are going to jail.
Oh, they locked up. They can't.
Yeah, they locked up. They can't be there to perform.
No.
They're literally having a hard time.
Well,
so these drill rappers are literally, these cops are now just listening to the music and watching the videos and connecting the dots on the murders that y'all are admitting that you did in the song.
Yeah, I saw that. Something about they was passing a law that you can't use that against them, right? Their lyrics, you can't.
In the Bronx, they just took up like 14 drill rappers. They just picked them up. You may not be able to use the lyrics, but if those lyrics get us to the clues, first of all, I'm not promoting murder. If you kill somebody, you need to go to jail.
Facts.
I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care what your reason is. Whatever.
Well,
but they loaded up 14 different rappers. They went to the Bronx and just basically said, "Yeah, y'all got some hot ass singles. Now bring your ass over here to jail."
Let me holler at you.
Wow.
So a lot
hip-hop's
of
out of control, y'all.
Yeah, a lot of their performers locked up. So we got to we got to do the.
We should Google how many rappers.
Something.
It is not just drill rappers. Let's start Googling how many rappers we know right now that are in jail that were hot ass rappers right now for crime. I don't even know. I don't even know why. Why did y'all decide to do music to make money if y'all was gonna keep committing crime?
Well, they lured them into the music industry for that. I mean, come on, Mike. We know
but when you make the money, why are you still doing crime?
They are not. You no. Listen. Let's stop even playing like. Let's even stop playing like these rappers, these young people that they're getting into the industry now have that kind of mindset. They are coming to them, offering them these deals that it's like, really, that ain't no money, but I get it. You know, it's more money than you've ever seen, but you got to do the right things with your money. Their mindset isn't there. They have a mindset of, you know, I'm not going to be disrespected. I want this clout. So that's what these A&R reps and these record companies are going after.
You dummies are mad at people snitching. Why would you snitch on yourself?
Because they think it's cool, and that is how it's being promoted.
They think it's art. They think they're just going.
But it's not art when you're snitching.
They think it's keeping it real, and I'm telling my story. I'm being a storyteller like Tupac, and they just really don't understand. And these record companies are just taking advantage of them.
But Shawnee, then you make up a make-believe story.
You know that.
You don't use your real life.
Wait. All these rappers will tell you they get mad at their boys for snitching, right? All of them. So what in the world would make you snitch on yourself? If you know snitching is because that, you know, rappers, that is the mortal sin. You could beat your kids, you could cheat on your wife, you could do anything. Just don't snitch. You gonna snitch on yourself?
Yeah, because once those record companies come out to them and say, we gonna give you this, they start feeling like they're untouchable. Nobody talks to them outside of that. So they're straight being molested by the music industry, and like ain't nobody else talking to them. And if somebody outside tries to talk to them and explain to them, okay, hey, this is the road she's go, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They just mad because they career didn't pop off or they ain't doing nothing. So they don't listen. So they target the right people to put in these situations. That's why we don't have good artists, because the good artists have some sense.
But Shawnee, remember, you're making a good argument. The only problem is these rappers are doing it independently without a record label.
No, there's a label. There's an organization.
No,
because these dumb rappers are not just coming up saying, okay, I got my own record label and I'm doing this.
They don't need a record label. What I'm saying is they're doing this. They're doing their streams by themselves on Spotify, and the record label doesn't even get involved until they already got 2 million views. The record label don't even sign them. You've already snitched on yourself to 2 or 3 million people.
Yes, but that's what's been put out there. So that's what if they start signing people that talk about, okay, I got a family, I have some kids, I have a house, and that becomes the popular thing to do. They see people making money off of that, then you'll have a wave of people that do that. But once they put that bad apple out there, and these hood kids and people that are, and some of them ain't even hood kids, some of them suburban kids that think they want to be tough and hard. Once they saw, okay, this is how I can make it, well, let me go out here and do this bullshit, and then I can get signed, and then I'm gonna be untouchable, and I'm gonna be like Jay-Z. He beat the case.
I cannot excuse stupidity. I can't.
Stupid is, stupid does.
I can't.
Yeah, well, it's stupid
because
but
this ain't the record label. If you're a criminal, you live by the code of not snitching.
But they not real criminals. They don't know how to be real criminals.
These dudes are real criminals.
No, what I'm saying is they not criminals like we know criminals. When
no. These dudes that are getting
understood the code. They just out here shooting people. There's no rhyme or reason to it. They just flying by the seat of their pants, trying to do something to get some attention.
6ix9ine, people are mad at him. Why? Every rapper hates him because of what? Because he snitched. That young man knew exactly what he was doing. Now you're going to literally, the cops are telling you, we're listening to your music. And you're still going to tell on your, this ain't got nothing to do with the record label. The record label don't pick you up till you're already blazing hot.
Yes. But
they don't even got nothing to do with this.
6ix9ine out of jail, doing he make videos, putting the money phone up to his ear, talking about, I'm the king of New York. You got people saying, oh, you protected, we not gonna do nothing to you. Yes. So I mean, look at him. So if I'm a young boy in a situation or something, and I think this is my way out, and he did that and he's successful and he has this, so that's the way I need to go. And that's what I'm saying. There's nothing there to show them something different, and that's what the entertainment industry is targeting. That BS.
But
it's the same thing with women.
But you can't blame the industry anymore.
Yeah, where they get
this
from?
Is what
Mike? They weren't born with that.
This is what we like. This is not the industry anymore.
And why do we like that? Why do we like that? How were we exposed to that? How were we programmed to like that? That's my point.
Then blame NWA.
How were
Don't blame the industry.
Okay, and then we can even go back to NWA. Even with them, that could have been stopped.
And when
that didn't have to be put out. But you know what? Them people said, oh, they gonna talk about this, and this might make the niggas kill each other. So let's push this and put it on a platform, put some money behind it, so everybody can see. So that's what I'm saying. We're programmed that way.
See Dolores Tucker tried to stop us.
Yeah,
and you know what we did? We shitted on her.
What a lot of people did.
Tried.
Not all people. Some people agree with her, but I agree with her. I agree with her then.
But
there's a machine that was bigger than Dolores Tucker. There's a machine that's out there bigger than that has the money to get behind it, to promote it, to program people, because people are stupid. People are like sheep. So whatever you put out there and you say, it's just like in radio.
Okay,
the
so
song
what
will come on and you won't like it. You don't like the song first day I play it. But by the time I wear the song out,
your head, you know the lyrics, you under that hook.
All right, so what we should do is what we should do is, hey, young guys, it ain't your fault. Keep snitching on yourself, and you're gonna keep waiting. That's what I'm saying. Because at some point,
that's not what we should do.
At some point, we got to take responsibility.
Absolutely,
because the industry ain't gonna change.
No, we got to take responsibility and stop allowing the industry to program us a certain way. We are the ones that keep watching stuff and running the numbers up.
They're not.
We are the consumers.
No.
We got more power than the machine.
We're the ones that program. We're the ones that are programming society right now. We're the ones in power.
I understand that. And my point with society is people that are outside the industry have the power to say, you know what? I'm not going to support that.
They don't have the power anymore.
Yes, they do.
Shawnee, they can't stop YouTube.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
They can stop supporting BS. Yes, they can.
Shawnee, they don't have. Do you understand? Do you understand?
We're not gonna watch this no more.
Dog, they don't need a record label. Nobody needs a record label.
If on YouTube I put a video up of me doing, I don't know, making a cake and nobody supports it, am I going to keep making cakes? No. But if I put up a video and I'm making a cake and everybody loves it and it blows up and all of a sudden now I'm this global star, guess what? Other people going to start making videos of making a cake so they can blow up too. So you have to stop. People have to stop supporting it and stop talking about and complaining about what they don't like in its bed. Well, then stop watching it.
But
stop
that's what
clicking likes. Stop going to the concert. Stop listening to the radio station. Stop buying their shit.
But see,
if you take their money away from them, it has to stop, and they have to make a change.
You just proved my point.
That's what it is.
But you just proved my point. It's the people supporting it. It's not the industry. It's us.
Yeah, that's what I've said. It's the people have to do something instead of sitting back just complaining about it. Everybody complains about it, but nobody is bold enough to say, I ain't doing that shit. But you know I ain't never been a program director at a mainstream station in Dallas, because at the other stations that I was ops managers and program directors for, it was some shit by big artists that I was like, I'm not playing this, because number one, I ain't no bitch, I ain't no hoe. I'm a black woman and I'm not putting that out for my community to listen to. So Shawnee was a bitch. Shawnee is hard to deal with. We can't give Shawnee enough money to play this song by certain people, like fucking stars. I didn't care, but it's not enough of me out there to do that. So I am on an island by myself.
Yeah, that's fact.
So that's what I'm saying. But people that have the power to do that, like LeBron out there talking about Black Lives Matter and he want to make a change and Black Lives Matter. If you really sit down and read what I'm sorry, they took all the stuff off that said what the organization was really about. If people like that would get behind some shit and make a change and say, no, we're not going to do this. This is the direction that we are going in. But see, we don't do that. We followers. And we concerned about what other people think. So it's not just one side. It's the whole thing. It's the same thing with that fucking ice cream from Walmart. Them crackers did that because they felt like they could capitalize off black people because we follow everything. We don't stand up and say, this is wrong and stand for it. We don't do that. We won't take those kind of we won't take those kind of risks.
Everything you're saying.
So when it comes to these little boys that's coming in and they shooting people up and they doing this dumb shit, they do need to take responsibility. But I also blame the generation before them because we allowed that shit to happen.
I agree.
We allowed that, and you can't control human beings. because they're going to do what they want to do. But if we start changing the narrative, giving them something different to look at, then that will make a difference. But we keep giving them bullshit. We ain't even got our shit together.
Tony, I agree with everything you're saying. What I'm saying is that even after saying all that, what I'm telling these young guys, what I'm trying to tell them is that you're going to spend your life in jail because you're continually snitching on yourself. Now, what you're saying,
cool.
wait, now it's my turn. I said you're 100% right. What I'm saying is now what is happening in 2022 is that they don't need record stations can't do shit. Radio stations can't do anything. None of my kids listen to the radio. All my kids, all their artists are on YouTube. And what I'm telling these young guys is all you're going to do is keep going to jail. That's all you're going to do. Everything you said was right. Everything we could have done, we didn't do. It happened. We made it okay for chicks to say whatever they want about banging out dudes. We made it okay for guys to say whatever they wanted to do. But the present time, the problem right now is that they're going to keep incarcerating these kids because they're actually saying the stuff that they're really doing. It's not like they're making this stuff up. And it's bizarre to me that if you are living this life, why would you keep doing this to yourself? They literally just went to the Bronx and racked up 14 rappers who are going to do Fed time for a music that these kids are into. I agree with every word you just said. It's just so far past it now that I don't even know where to go with it, because at this point, I'm 51. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to tell a 20-year-old what they're going to listen to.
But that's my point. They're there. These kids are there doing these things and telling these stories because there was this whole movement with artists of, oh, well, I'm just telling my life story. I'm just keeping it real. And once people started, and see, this is the thing with music. This is the thing with music. Let's just go there. Okay, a lot of this shit y'all don't even like. You don't even like it. It's the reason why the person at the station is called the program director, because they program you to like it. If enough money is behind a song, you're going to like the song. You're going to like the song because you're going to keep hearing it, because they're going to keep pushing it. So the machine gets behind it with the money and they push that out. Do we really care about what happened in somebody's life? Because we got our own lives and this shit that we dealing with every day that's real to us. And some of us are not millionaires or not in those positions. But when that's the entertainment that we are giving, and that's what they invest their money in for us to see, then that's what people start emulating. That's why they walking around here wanting to wear Gucci, wanting to wear Prada, wanting to wear all these labels that do nothing for them, but nothing is being pushed out that will show us something different. And I'm sorry, but I say it all the time, and I've been saying it for years. I ain't never listened to no song on when I worked at CHR, like the pop station. That's what that is. I hear songs about, oh, I'm in love. I'm gonna get engaged. I want to marry this woman. We gonna have kids. We going off into the sunset. I don't hear too many songs and coming up and working in the industry. I didn't hear too many songs on the pop station that was like from white people that are not black, talking about, oh, fuck them hoes. I'm trying to get every bitch I can, and you got to do this.
No, and you're right.
I don't hear that because that's what they push out to us.
But what I'm saying,
it's not there, but as far as in the forefront, you got the little boy bands that, oh, I love her, pop, this bubblegum. We don't have no more new editions, no more Boys to Men. What happened to that? I
understand what you're saying, and you're right. The only problem is a radio station, and we're off the topic. A radio station can play a song 30 times a day. When a song gets on YouTube, it gets played 24 hours a day. It's a whole different problem now.
right,
these
but
kids
that's
that these
because
kids have. And real quick, and I want to bring this up, Jay, you're the one who said that this music didn't affect our culture. You said that it was just art. And I'm telling you, there are now 14 kids that are going to go to Rikers Island. But you said that this music was just art. That we should take no responsibility, that rappers should take no responsibility for anything that happens in society. Isn't that what you said?
Well, we're not talking about me right now. I like when y'all two go back and forth today. I decided to take a back seat.
Because
I'm just watching. I'm an observer right
because
now. I'm
in
worrying about these comments.
in actuality, I agree with Shawnee. I agree with Shawnee. But you said
I just had a different perspective.
said-
I was
no,
just talking about the rap being able to express themselves, the art
Right.
to know that this is not real
Right.
life. But you're saying that these people they're talking about their real life and putting their
Yeah.
personal business instead of it being theater of the mind, and and embellishing, because usually you're not killing someone and saying you really killed them on the
so.
song.
Is it affecting the culture now?
It's
Is it affecting the culture? I just want to know yes or no.
No. It's if there's some individuals out there that believe it, like
Some?
China said, country music and pop music, you don't hear them. They're not shooting up people. They talking about, well, they do violence. I heard that one country song, breaking windows.
No, they have violence. They do,
slashing
but they don't.
tires and,
It's not going to be played the way we play it. But I want to know the question. I want to know the answer because you said it was just art.
Mike, that's old stuff. I said that months ago. I gave up landscaping. I be switching up sometimes. It depends on the mood I'm in. But I know music does. Like literally, I'm driving. The music get me amped. I start speeding. So I know music has an effect on you. It does. It does have an effect on you, and it's up to you how you harness that, though.
Do you know how many days we argued? And now
music can have
energy I wasted on you.
Certain songs came
and
on.
now you're telling me it affects you.
I started balling. I started speeding. I started getting more aggressive on the road, and it was literally music can affect you, but it has to be me to control that. I can't blame it on the song because I started doing that. No, I should have better still kept it under the speed limit. But no, I did get a little bit more aggressive with my driving because I was in the zone and I let myself go. But I get what you're saying. On one hand, the other hand, it still was ultimately on me. If Ludacris said, "Move, bitch, get out the way," that ain't had nothing to do with me hitting my gas pedal, really trying to tell people to move, get out the way. So it's still the individual, but it can have an effect on you at certain moments. I'm not gonna go out and kill somebody because Lil Durk said kill somebody, or Uzi, or whoever, 6ix9ine.
But if you're 17 and Lil Durk says if you get disrespected and somebody rolls up on you and says you need to respond, you think that affects you?
Well, I'm gonna feel that way anyway because it's naturally in me. So it's up to that person. Like
naturally
Shani
in
said,
you?
somebody slept. It's naturally in me to defend myself.
How'd you learn that? How'd you learn that?
She's going to wait and call the cops. And
how'd you learn that?
Around, and it's naturally in you.
I just want to know. No. It ain't no.
I think it's your environment, your culture. You brought up in defending yourself, protecting
your
yourself.
environment and what? You said your environment and your
it could be your parents. So you
no. Can you please say? Can you please say what you said? Your environment and your culture.
Your culture around you.
Yes.
It all can play a part in your upbringing, and it's naturally who you are and help develop
your culture.
Who you are as a person. But yeah, I wasn't involved with this. I like when you and Shawnee had your passion.
No, but my thing is, everything Shawnee said about radio is absolutely correct.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with YouTube too, because there's a machine behind. Send it back. There's a machine behind YouTube too. The request for Instagram.
Oh,
it's a machine behind that too. It's the same thing. It's the numbers. It's the views that they're getting. You know, how you think they're getting all the views? Like really, like some of that stuff. It's a machine. It's a system. It's like, okay, let's do this.
Did you just say that you think that if somebody said I kill you, that YouTube will add more views to make it look more popular, have people?
Well, I don't know if they say I kill you, but whatever narrative they want us to follow,
they're going to embellish
with the Bad Girls Club, with the
let's be clear and stuff. You remember Michael K. Williams? Michael K. Williams from the
former actor from The Wire. Was it The Wire?
Yeah, he did a whole documentary. He did a whole documentary on the underground world on how companies literally create the views. And all they do is that they have a company that just sits there with people just making more views for certain things. And then he wound up dying a few months later.
Yeah, that's because you got too many
that-
views. You're like, oh, let me see what this is about. It's
all-
popping. Let me
all-
see.
all-
And now
all-
you hook. Yeah.
and I don't know what to say because honestly, like what Shawnee said, we started this. Like we started. These kids just taking it further than what we did. We started it. I mean, we were cool with Jay-Z telling us what he did. Jay-Z didn't embellish. He really said what he did. When he said, Jay-Z said, when I stabbed Un Rivera in his album 4/4, I stabbed Un Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
And my reason was because he was talking too slick.
The case was closed.
No, but the thing about it, like with Jay-Z, he, you might not like this, but yeah, he was picked for that. He's the example. He's the poster child. So yeah, they put all this money behind Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay-Z
he put his own money, but I get what you're saying.
Jay-Z has accomplished a lot. He has accomplished a whole lot, but I know some drug dealers that started record labels and that are hood successful. They not on that level. Jay-Z missed the whole charge. Didn't go to jail. So I mean, there are people that have
Stephanie,
to be
you said let me get to Stephanie. Stephanie, you said he died of his own hand of drugs. That's fine.
That's what they reported.
That's what they reported. And if you want to believe
it, yeah.
All I'm saying is they also said Prince died of a drug overdose. It just happened to be that Prince owned all his masters. They also said Michael Jackson died because of his problem, but he also kept yelling out for years, I'm worth more dead than I am alive. He said it over and over again. I'm worth more dead than I'm alive. And he kept saying, I own most of Arista Records. And they didn't like it because he bought everybody's stuff and they didn't like it. But listen, I ain't got no proof. You're right, Steph. I ain't got no proof. That is the report. So I can't debate that. I can't debate that.
And this all came from the horrible act in Texas, and we wish those families well. And somehow it's spun in the guns, to the rappers, to the. But yeah,
no, it's a violent thing, and now we're gonna segue into the best cereals ever. That's what we do here. Listen, people.
I thought you were gonna do Dion in Family.
Oh,
we got time.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm so into the cereal thing, but let's get to Dion. Dion, and I would like to compliment Dion for standing up to that bully Nick Saban from Alabama, the head coach of Alabama, who tried to say that Deion Sanders paid one of his players $1 million to get on there, and Deion responded and said, this school don't even have $1 million to pay, but you got a hell of a nerve, Nick Saban, to say Deion paid somebody to play at his school when you've been paying people your entire effing life, and these colleges have been paying players, and players have admitted it. This ain't nothing I made up. Players will tell you they was getting paid. So anyway, this is Deion talking about relationships, which, he had a little divorce. He had a messy divorce, but who hasn't been divorced? So, who hasn't?
Who hasn't?
Everybody been divorced. That don't mean you can't have an opinion on love. Everybody been divorced. Like, come on.
It's Deion.
Outside the house. And sometimes we lose focus. We start loving what's outside the house instead of what's inside the house. Because that thing inside is very emotional. And we got to treat it as such. She'll tell you what she wants. She'll tell you what she needs. She'll tell you how to treat her. You just got to pay attention to the signs. But sometimes we're so busy being who we are, we miss the visual that she's giving us. And she's telling us. She's telling us every darn thing. Like if a woman touch you on her shoulder, your shoulder, that means she want to be touched on hers. You better pay close attention to the signs, because she usually gives what she wants. How many times they, baby, what you do today? Right. None. She really wants you to say, baby, what you do today? Yeah, right. And we just missed it because we so consumed with self. We got to get out there, especially when they've been our biggest cheerleader for a multitude of years, or they just come in the game late and they still cheer, even though we don't have on a jersey. See, baby girl still cheering even though you ain't got on no jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Deion. The whole thing. I love that he went back to a HBCU to be a leader, to be a mentor. I hate that he had to be so old to figure out these things, but at least he's sharing information with younger guys on how to have these relationships. And as far as like the black family goes, because that's what I'm concerned about, because I want a black family, you know, that's what needs to happen. Like older men need to mentor older men with wisdom. That's gonna give some real knowledge on how to make some stuff work. Need to speak up more. So I applaud Dion for all of his efforts.
Hold up, Shawnee. Hold up, Shawnee. So we got something. We can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
How? I got it on mute. I
You're
got
not
the
on
microphone on mute.
I think Lady Q has mic'd the entire room.
How did she do that? Yeah, I don't. I hit mute. 1 2 1 2.
Everything,
1 2 1 2.
everything Dion,
everything
Dion,
no,
everything
no.
Dion. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
And it's on mute. This is crazy.
You want me to mute you? You want me to mute you?
No, I mute my. Now that I know the mute button don't work.
He don't like when a woman does something, Shawnee. He don't like when a woman does.
Shut up. Yeah. I used to say, when a woman touch you on your shoulder, that means
everything Dion said that we do wrong. Everything Dion said that we do wrong. I do every single thing he said. I do every single thing. Every single thing.
You do everything wrong, or you do what?
I do everything wrong. Everything that we do.
Saying?
Everything he said that we do wrong, I do every single thing. There ain't one thing he said that I don't do wrong. When I'm asked what I did today, nothing. Mm-hmm. When somebody touches me on my shoulder, when Stacey touches me on my shoulder, I don't do nothing back. Like I'm so busy being my little self that I literally, everything he said, like, I can't believe, like, what he just said. There's not one thing that I didn't do wrong that he said. Like, I checked every box. I checked every single box. The person who's been my cheerleader for the longest, I can't even believe it. Like, I honestly don't ask how your day was. I don't.
Is that wrong? Because I don't do that either. Because I don't.
Yes, that's wrong. Yes, that is wrong. Yes, that is wrong.
But say if I really don't care, I'm still supposed to ask. No, let's be. All right, here we go. I can't even be honest. Jesus. If you really don't care, you still supposed to ask. If you do ask, now you got to act like you engaged.
If she had a hard day,
why don't you care? This is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Why don't you care what your wife's day was like? Why don't you care what the mother of your child? And I'm asking one too, because I think that I'm really trying to stop cussing, and I can't do that on this show. That is some bullshit, Jay. Like he said at the end, this woman is your biggest cheerleader, and you're not concerned with what she went through in the day. First, you wouldn't be the man that you are. You wouldn't be able to be the man that you are if this woman was not in your life.
Is it hypothetical, Jay? Is it hypothetical or is it real? Like, you got to tell us if it's hypothetical.
For real.
I don't care if you ask me about my day. You know why? Because I got through it. I'm fine. I'm good. I don't need nobody to ask me, hey, how was your day? And I don't need to go through all of how my day was. So if I'm thinking I don't need that, maybe that's the reason why I'm not thinking of how was your day, because everybody good. We hear everybody is no major issues. We good. Let's keep it pushing. Like, I don't necessarily need that in my life. So maybe that's why I may not be thinking to ask you how was your day, because I don't need you to ask me how was my day. So I'm not thinking of, she needs me to ask her.
What does she need? Because we know all about your needs and your wants, but you've never stopped to consider what her needs and wants are. And I'm not talking about material things, because all the material things that you buy, she get that on her own. She don't need you. She wants you, and she allows you in her life. Lady Q can handle it. Trust me.
I'm sure she can.
She can handle it. So let's be clear. She don't need you. She wants you there, and she makes a conscious decision that this is where I want to be. This is where I'm going to stay, no matter what this man does. I don't know what her limitations are, but why wouldn't you know what her needs and wants are? It's everything about what I don't need, what she need.
Here, just so we don't, because we always wind up picking on Jay.
Always.
So listen,
I can't speak my
So
mind.
one
without
day,
somebody
so
being-
one day,
Yeah,
so one.
so you don't want to say it.
But
Yeah,
I should. This show, we should be able to speak our truth, speak what's going on in our mind.
No. Okay,
And then,
we get
and
it.
then I get ridiculed because I may think differently to you. That don't make you right. That don't make me right. I just may have a different thought process, and this is how I operate, and this is how I move.
So let's
If
have a
I
discussion.
don't need all of the lovey-dovey. I don't need the how was your day? Talk to me. I don't need that. Now, if it is a day I need it, I'll come and say, let me tell you what happened today. But but I don't need you to ask me every day, and then I don't need you to act like you really care if you really don't, and I don't need all that. And I know I ain't the only one in the world that think like this.
Okay, well, let me.
Wait, what? She
well,
is
let-
not hyper. See, don't get her kicked up. She's trying to get my
let's
son off
just have the
school.
discussion. So one day,
something.
one day, Stacy was leaving here, right? She was leaving to go to work, and she said, "Pray for me because it's been rough at work." I had no fucking clue that anything was going on at work. Like I had no clue. I had no clue that this lady was berating Stacy at work. No clue. Because I had never asked.
But why? If you really want me to know, what you bring it up?
But this is my thing. It's just casual courtesy for a person to come home and be like, "How was your day?"
I disagree.
All it is how you been.
If you want me to know something, you tell me.
But
that's how I look at it.
Okay, well, in my case, the reason why my relationship is in shambles right now is because I never asked. So when she came home and she was stressed, and I was caught up in my stress in whatever I was going through because I refused to tell her everything that I was going through. Because when she asked me how my day was, I never told her. I said, nothing. I was good. So what happens is two people going through something who never talk about it. And then when the explosion happens, it ain't really got nothing to do with what we arguing about. It got to do with two people going through a lot of shit in their life. But because I never took time out to be like, what's going on? All I wanted to complain about is, you spending more money. We on a budget. We doing this. Not knowing that this bitch at her job is giving her the business Monday through Friday.
And why is she asking you if she wants you involved? Why not ask you and get your opinion? Hey, how do you think I should approach this? Oh, what's the way I can? Like,
because I never asked.
But if she wants that, when you want,
no, it's not about wanting you to fix something all the time. It's about talking. It's about me being able to come to you. I don't need you to fix everything. I just need you to listen. I just need you to listen sometimes. Just listen.
But if you don't like my response, then it's going to turn into an argument or a debate.
No, you don't have to respond. You listen with your ears.
And then if I don't respond, you're not listening.
Ears. No, that is not true. No, that's not true.
It's a no-win
You do not listen with your mouth. You listen with your ears. You do not listen with your mouth.
Engage your body language the right way, you're going to get offended.
Jay,
if I'm not
you got to stop coming up.
I'll be trying to get to the resolution. What's the resolution?
What is
the resolution is that I just need to talk and get some shit off my chest. And if you my man and we in this together, I should be able to come to you. I shouldn't have to look outside my house or outside our relationship to lean on somebody for some emotional support. That's all it is. That is basic. That is the basic. That's basic.
Yesterday, me and Stacey had a first conversation that yesterday I actually called her over something that I was going through, and she just listened. And then she told me what she was going through. I just listened. Sometimes people just need to vent and get the shit off their chest. And then if they ask
what about your response?
But Jay, it's not about you.
If you're venting and I don't respond,
you just gotta listen.
But you want me to say something. If I don't, are you listening? Yes. And now it turns into, well, you ain't saying that. Well,
but
if
Jay,
I don't have what you want me to say, what do you want to hear from me?
Then there's the perfect question. Do you want me to give you my opinion on this?
If I would have wanted your opinion, I would have asked you for your opinion. That's what I hear. If I want your opinion, I ask for your opinion.
But then all I can say in my if you're listening and you go like,
or if I disagree, or I can't speak my true mind
It's not about you. It is not about you.
It is,
Oh
in
my
a
God.
sense, if you're talking to
It
me,
is not about you.
don't I have to be
Oh
able to
my
respond, Johnny?
God.
Shiny,
It is not
if you're
about you.
venting, listen, if you're venting, don't I have to be able to respond? And should not be my true
No,
natural
just
self?
let me
You don't
vent.
have to
Just
respond,
let me
Jay.
vent.
I
It
do
is
have to
not
respond.
about
You're
you.
looking for a response now, and she coming in.
No,
because what you're not going to do is sit there and act like I all I do is complain when I do talk to you. Your problem is when I speak to you, if I don't speak to you exactly how you think, give me the problem, why you're upset, and how we're going to solve it. Within 3 minutes, you check out.
Because you go long-winded with some. Let's get to the meat of the
talking.
what is the meat of it? Where's the issue at?
And this is why you
take so long with telling the story. Just get to
and
the
I'm
problem.
glad you said that because this is exactly why you get. If I wanted your fucking opinion, I would have asked for it.
That's why I would just say the
because
mic.
that's why you get that, because you're sitting there trying to produce my fucking vent session. I need you just to fucking listen to me. I don't need you to be like, speed it up. Well, you didn't say this or say it like this, or why is this a problem? I just need you to listen. You're trying to fucking produce me and control how I'm telling you my story.
No.
And then if you don't understand a piece of it, you tune the fuck out.
Because if you're not making sense, now I'm out.
But
instead of
saying,
I can't stop and ask you a question.
Why can't you? Why can't you?
Because you want to
That's
say,
a lie.
You want to keep talking.
That's a lie. That's a whole lie.
Can't,
you ain't never said, pause, wait.
Unless you're going to be on IG because we can't hear.
You've never done that. You wait to the end of the conversation and be like, oh, well, this piece here, I didn't understand it. So you heard nothing after that piece. Your listening skills suck.
Okay. Back to
that's the problem.
Back
I'm gonna go to these comments. Here you go again in the comments. And
right. You listen to respond. You don't just listen.
I'm used to it.
All I know is my mistake.
I just speak my mind. That's all.
And I mean, listen, you're gonna handle it. You're gonna handle it the way you're gonna handle it. All I'm saying.
How did this get to me? Y'all was. Well, go ahead.
I was telling you what I was
you
doing
the one
wrong.
who made the comment. You made the comment, and
I said because if I don't want to respond,
Jay,
if I don't ask you how the day was. Why
Jay. Let's be accurate. Let's don't get mad at me.
I was mad. I just you ain't gotta understand my thought process, but I just like to figure stuff out. And you taking forever.
I said Jay, I said I didn't listen, and then you said, but what if you don't care? I was telling my story.
Yeah, so you did.
But if you didn't care, why should you have to continue?
Because if I want to be with this woman who I love, there are going to be things that I'm going to have to do that may not be comfortable for me. And I may have to learn how to keep my mouth shut and listen.
I do that, and then I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I get it,
but you keep your mouth shut just now when she was in there
just
talking.
then. No, but if she's going on and on, I can be quiet because I don't want to say nothing that's going to make things go a different direction. So I just let her vent. But then it's like, "Well, you paying attention?" Yes, but if I don't say, I guess she's looking for some type of engagement that she's looking for. And I'm thinking, if I want to say what I want to say, but that's going to go down. But this is what my thought process is.
But Jay,
I should be able to speak my mind fluently and let it flow without worrying about. I don't want to offend.
Jay, do you understand? Sometimes all a person wants is support.
Because he won't stop talking. He talking now.
All a person
sometimes ain't listening.
All a person wants is support. If a person going through something, Stacey don't need me to tell her how to handle her boss. Stacey, all she needed was to get it off her chest that this is what she said, this is what I said, and in my mind, I don't even agree on maybe what she said to her, what Stacey said back. I would have said something different, but I can't.
Yeah,
because
I'm sorry.
Because this is just her trying to get it off her chest on what she's been going through for the last 8 hours. So I have to pay attention. I can't tune out. And that's what I did. That's what I've done for years. I've tuned out. I sat on the couch while she was talking, acted like I ain't care because I didn't think this made any sense. And what happened was that person then winds up being a void between me and her. That's huge right now. That's all I was saying. Like, honestly, what I got to say really ain't all that important all the time.
Leslie.
Yeah,
So,
hey.
good morning, Leslie.
Good morning, Leslie Denise. Sorry you had to hear all that, but hey, we're very transparent on this show, and when things
You started it when
we're
you
very
said,
open.
I mean, but all right, I'm gonna read the comment. You started it when you said, "What if I don't care?" That's not a really cool statement to say.
But is it cool or is it honest?
But if you love the girl, how can you not care?
Because I may have already given you advice prior to that if you would have took my advice, we wouldn't be in this situation. So it's kind of hard for me to care in that moment.
Because
why does it all go back to you? It's not about like if you could get that part. If you could get that part, it is not about you, Jay. It is not about you. It is not about you. It is not about you. It's not about you. It's about the other person.
Let me get back to these comments. I'm so behind. Jay is a poster. Come on, down with the poster child. I mean, hey, you know, we're open and transparent. If you say I need therapy, I need therapy. But
I'm in therapy, dog. I'm in therapy. I'm in therapy right now. But my thing is like, dog, because like when you,
I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't.
But the thing is,
who likes being uncomfortable? Who watching or in these boxes like being uncomfortable? Who wakes up and say, "Oh, I want to be uncomfortable today"? Nobody, Jay. Nobody likes to be uncomfortable.
Nobody likes to be uncomfortable, dog.
Be more intentional about active listening. When I listen, if I don't respond, are you paying attention?
And you say yes.
And I say yes.
In your phone
and then it is and then she can say, "Well, what do you think about that?" And then what? Now, now I got to bite my tongue now, right? Because according to what y'all saying, I can't just say my true thoughts. Because it's not about me.
Jay, it's one thing. It's one thing.
I have to speak my mind.
Jay, it's one thing to speak your true thoughts. It's another thing to try and win the debate. It's not a debate.
It's not about winning a debate in that moment. Because once I have to say my thoughts, I'm not going to just agree with you. Because most people,
you don't have to.
You don't come to me when you venting. Because when you venting and you want to talk about somebody, I'm gonna say, well, what part did you play? What did you do? Or how did we get to that? I'm that friend. I want to know, well, what else did you do? Because I know you ain't telling me everything. And people don't want to hear that.
Jay, are you a lawyer?
I need to understand everything.
Are you a lawyer?
I need to understand everything before I get right. It's what it is.
Dog, you're interrogating a person.
They're coming to you because they trust you with their emotions. And your response is that.
What did you do?
I want to understand everything because I know you left something out.
It doesn't matter. This is how I feel. This is how I feel.
You're leading the witness. You want me to co-sign?
This is how I feel. I don't want you to co-sign. I just want you to listen. I don't want your truth. I just want you to listen.
Talk to me then.
Because I trust you. Because I trust you with my emotions. That's why.
Jay,
I thought I could come to you for emotional support.
Jay, there's
right, DJ. He talking now. He ain't listening.
But listen, no.
I know people.
I don't want you
to understand me.
No, I understand what you're saying, Jay, because I do the same thing. But the problem is when somebody comes to you and the thing out your mouth is, "What did you do?" and "What did you do wrong?" That doesn't sit well with the person who's obviously upset over something. Like there's got to be a different way of saying this. Without saying, what did you do? What was your part in this? Because the person is obviously upset to begin with. Maybe that's not the time to ask, to do the cross-examination at that time. Yeah. That might not be the time to be like, what did you do in this? What was your part in this?
And Stephanie, Jay Black does speak on our lives on here live. Yes, he does. You just missed those shows.
You guys always bring and then
go back to Stephanie's comment.
Oh, go back to Stephanie. You guys always bring his wife into the topics. Jay Black should be able to do his show. Shane, I don't see Jay Black speak on you guys. Well, then you ain't watched the show. Stephanie.
You ain't watching the show.
Really, outside of when Shiny was gloating over what's the green eye boy looking at his picture, whatever, the Jesse Williams. the Jesse Williams.
Nah,
he was
you be
I
bringing
was
my
quick on that.
life
That was
in
it.
here now. Stephanie just done missed too many shows.
Stephanie, when I relapsed, when I came on the show and I relapsed, the first thing, hold up, when I relapsed, the first thing Jay Black played was Straight Outta Rehab.
Yeah.
Straight Outta Rehab.
Absolutely. I'm like,
So
what are you doing?
please don't feel bad. Please don't feel bad. Please, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Right. What up, Rodney? What he's Rodney
Hey,
Perry
Rodney.
coming up next too.
Oh, don't forget Rodney Perry live coming up next. Don't ask Jay Black if you don't want problems.
Problem solved. I be trying to figure out the getting. Yes.
But Jay, do you understand? You try and produce everything in life. You do know that, right? Everything in life, you try and produce it.
No, she said I want to produce the
You
conversation. That's great.
Everything.
You do try to produce everything.
I just be trying to legit understand it, and I do. And for me to fully give you my true thoughts. But if you don't want my thoughts, fine. I won't say anything. But don't get mad if you are you paying attention. Yeah, I'm not. And I'm going along with you. But it's sometimes it's hard for me to bite my tongue to want to.
Before you ask her, before you ask her, how about this? How about this? Before you ask any questions, can you ask her before you say anything? Say, Lady Q, is it okay if I ask a question about this?
And this goes, this is not a script. We don't got to script everything around here.
No. If you ask her that, I'm
gonna lose there too.
If you ask her, is it okay? If you ask her, is it okay if I ask a question? But don't do it in a sarcastic Jay Black way.
Yeah, that part.
Don't do it in your asshole way.
That part.
So I can ask questions in between, and then.
So you got to ask her if she wants that. It's her moment.
You can also preface, and you can also. This is a great.
That's
preface.
a lot of thought process. My brain is just ready to go. I gotta stop and think. Wait,
no, because you know why, Jay? Because you have control. You control everything in your world, so you like controlling everything. So you don't never take into account that you go like, I do not want to offend you by this. I really don't. I just want to know, is it really okay? Because I'm really not trying to take you there. I want clarification, but I don't want to do it. And you can also say this: if this is going to turn this into a bigger argument, I won't say nothing. I'll just continue to listen.
All right. I'm gonna fly through these comments, Mike. I didn't realize how far back up I am. I guess people got opinions, so I'm gonna just try to get through all these real quick.
And then I guess we can go ahead and do the cereal because we only got
I'm so
we only got about 12 minutes.
All right, let me go.
All right, Lady Q, he loves you a lot. He really does love you.
I
do.
All day.
Lady Q. He loves you a lot. He loves you.
Now I gotta go deal with this. Oh, God.
You don't have to deal with it. You didn't have to deal with it when you just didn't have to say.
Speak my mind. I'm screwed
Jay,
if I don't speak my mind. I'm screwed if I do speak my mind.
But sometimes,
no matter which
Jay,
direction I go, I'm
sometimes, Jay, don't take this. Well, you're gonna have to take this as a defense. You speak your mind like a 10-year-old. You say stuff like, "What if I don't care?"
But that's the truth.
But
isn't that not the truth? But Jay, I gotta reword it. Okay, so say if I'm not interested. Does that sound better?
Do you know there are things that my kids go through? There are things that your kids go through that I really don't care. But guess what? I have to care. If the person is your wife, you have to care. You gotta make yourself
else you wouldn't
care.
have asked her to be your wife if you didn't care.
I fully do care, but at certain topics, I just want to get to the meat and potatoes. And you telling me all around the world, let's just get to it. Like sometimes I just want to get to it. Let's figure it out.
That woman is in that house all day long. And then she gets a person to actually speak with, to actually have a conversation with. An adult.
Yes, another adult, not kids.
You say that sometimes. I'm with a kid all day.
Stacey does. The reason why I know what you're doing is because I do the same thing with Stacey. The story starts. If I ask Stacey how her day was, I know it's going to start from the minute she woke up. She's going to be like, it started when the girls had to get their hair done and they didn't have gel. And then all of a sudden, so-and-so got upset because of this. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm really going to listen to this whole thing. And guess what? I didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to. I got to listen. And guess what? My problem is.
We're still together. We're married, Leslie. We've been married for 8 years. It'll be 8 years in July. We've been since 04. We met 04 and then 06 got real serious. Yeah. So we've been yes. We're not going nowhere, by the way. We're
Yeah,
me and her. We already.
solid.
No, they're not going anywhere.
No, she
we're
loves
definitely not
him
going nowhere. We
a
ain't going
lot.
nowhere.
All right, it is
But
8:48. Do
I'm
y'all want to
sorry
do
with all these
the? Do y'all want to
comments.
do the cereal, or y'all want to keep the top cereals for tomorrow? Let's see what Stephanie. Stephanie, you starting to be our research department. These are passages. Okay. This type of shit has happened before. It's unfair to the show. Listen, this show is not. It's not therapy. No, it is. It's not. That's where you're wrong. This is a therapy session. I know you guys care for him and his, but they obviously need to go get help. But in all honesty, this shit has happened before. Just watch all this abuse take place on your guy's show. It's not us. If Lady Q wants to bust in the room, what you
we
want
ain't
us
telling
to
her to bust in
do?
the room. We ain't telling her to bust in the room.
We can't stop
Lady
Lady
Q
Q
is
from
a
busting in the
grown
room.
woman. She is a grown woman that can hold her own. Listen.
We literally just had this conversation yesterday, and he had no idea why I said I feel interrogated when we talk. It is therapy.
Asking questions. I just want to know more details. You telling me something? Why can't I know to see the full picture? I just want to understand.
And I get
Let me take over.
And
I got it, Jay. Wait a minute.
And you don't
trying
want
to get caught up. I'm so far behind. Yeah.
Wait. No, you good.
Pause.
Yeah, like you pause. Abuse.
What do you mean
it's
abuse?
therapy?
It's not abuse.
This is Michael Shawn. This is now called Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, aka the therapy session. This is therapy.
What's up, JP?
What up, JP? Matter of fact, and I got a 9:30. I got a 9:30 therapist appointment right after this. So this is therapy, y'all.
Yeah, you get through all. I'm so late with them comments, Shana. You got all the comments because
no. You back on it now.
No, I don't even know where I left off at. It was I like to make sure everybody's comments get put up there and show them their love because they took time to comment. But I'm so.
And Stephanie, we love you, Stephanie. But when you say this show ain't therapy, listen, Shawnee has literally said on this show, who hasn't been abused? We talk about all this shit.
Wait, I'm abused or being abused, abuser. What are you trying to say?
No, I'm saying
we're talking about Stephanie's comment. She's saying that we're abusing you and
you are. Y'all at times y'all can be abusive. Y'all can come down on because you may disagree with me and your approach to get through may not be as effective as you believe it to be. Does that if that makes sense?
Okay, so then you abuse us too. Then it works, but we all abusing each other.
Yeah, so it's tit for tat. That's what we're trying to say.
No, it's not tit for tat. No,
that's what I just felt.
Show.
It's
called the show.
What I just heard was because you said this. Now I'm gonna say it right back to you.
Now, no, it's called no. What you call tit for tat, I call a dialogue. It's a dialogue between three people who spend hours on the show talking about stuff that
I was on the show and hours on the phone with each other, texting and stuff. Because outside of the show, we still talk to each other.
I mean, we also just me and Shawnee were just yelling about hip hop. It was therapy. The whole thing is therapy. Husbands has emotional support and the capacity of a supporter, and wives do too. It goes both ways. It's hard. Ain't nothing easy about being in a relationship. Ain't nothing easy. That's why people laughed at me when I said people are out here looking for soulmates when you should be looking for somebody you just get along with. Because this shit is difficult. I need somebody you just get along with, and y'all both watch Snowfall together, or y'all both got the same Netflix show that y'all never watch. Y'all watch it together. Like nobody skips an episode. You wait till she gets home and say, so we can watch the rest of Ozark. J. Marie, even my kids, I've had to learn that's not healthy. Ain't shit easy, y'all. Ain't nothing easy up in here. And tomorrow we will talk about cereal. How about that? And somebody's gonna argue and gonna tell me that Cocoa Puffs ain't the best cereal ever. Somebody's gonna tell me that. Somebody's gonna tell you that. Somebody's gonna tell me that the fact that Cocoa Puffs can change my milk into chocolate is the most amazing, magical thing in the history of the world. I love it. Hey, that black guy at the airport got arrested for that fight. JB Justice, don't get us started because we already got into that. We don't need no more emotion. We're done. 2 hours, yes. Goodness God.
Oh yeah, no more 3 hours. Yeah, we modified because we got Rodney Perry live coming up.
Rodney
next.
Perry is coming up live.
Yeah.
I got to go to therapy at 9:30 and get a box of tissue because this therapist just understands how to make me tear up within the first 7 minutes. Which
And
is
obviously,
bullshit.
I'm supposed to be going with you. Obviously, I guess I need my own.
Put Stephanie back up.
Well, why I ain't get the invite? That's what I be talking about with y'all. Y'all always leave me out of
therapy
it.
of laughter and burning stream in that sense. I meant abuse by hearing him and his wife arguing freely in this platform. Oh, got you, Stephanie. Sorry. I misunderstood. It's unfair to the listeners and to the people to do the show. I love you guys too.
People actually love the debates and back and forth stuff. I do get inboxes like they
it's
appreciate
amazing.
the real life aspect of Lady Q and my, our relationship.
So let me tell you what Jay Black. Everybody has a fear.
Because
like
a lot of people
I have a fear. Yes, Mike. That chocolate milk is amazing. I have a fear of birds because like 2 birds hit me in the head and died. Like real talk. My mom was. I was in a car and the door was open and the bird flew and hit me in the head.
I'm sorry. This is traumatic.
No. And the bird
you're
died.
Driving in the car and the window's open. And
the window was open and the bird flew in, hit my head. And died next to me, like died right there. Cookie Crisp is amazing too. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow.
We're gonna get
but I'll tell you what Jay Black's fear is. Jay Black's ultimate fear is that Lady Q ever has a square on this show.
Ooh, Lady Q, we gotta get you a square. I'm gonna call you.
I'm not saying that because the Jay Black's I'm not saying. I'm just saying
talked about it. And I was like, I don't know.
The ultimate fear.
I think for the anniversary, we should do an anniversary show for you guys. And have a Q on. That's a happy time.
She's so opinionated and like she's so.
Why are you so against Lady Q?
You
so opinionated.
I love Captain.
I just speak my mind.
I'm not getting into this.
She just speak her mind.
No, ain't got enough time for this.
She words things better, and she try to use her little temple degree, and at certain conversations to show that she's a college degree. Well, not saying little like that. Like she used a college degree to try to speak them big words and try to I don't know. Anyway, I don't know.
Captain Crunch would normally be my favorite cereal, but the thing about Captain Crunch is you gotta let Captain Crunch get a little soggy, also to fuck up the top of your mouth. You gotta let it get a little soggy like Captain Crunch. But tomorrow,
she thinks she's better than me.
We're not doing this. We're not. We're not
topics that I don't know. She thinks she's just.
We never it never stops with you. Listen, tomorrow, everybody watch.
It'd be fun though. Here we go.
Get your favorite cereals.
Okay. Yeah.
Tomorrow, get your favorite cereals ready. I want you to go to work or whatever you do today. I don't know if you sell weed, whatever. I don't care what you do. I don't care. Get your cereals, your favorite cereals. So you're intimidated. No, I don't think. See, we're not going to do this, Leslie. We're not going to do this at the end of the show. Rodney Perry Live is up next. Up next. Tomorrow, we'll do a story or two, and then we're just going to go on favorite
cereals.
Flavor
Flav too. I'm going to talk about Flavor Flav tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, I saw he got another kid at 63 years old. He just had another baby, and I don't know if that's fair to that child or not to know that his dad.
I know somebody who had a kid at 60, and it really changed his whole life. Like the man, like it really gave him a spark for real. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but actually had a kid at 60, and he's at all the basketball games and everything like that. All right, Rodney Perry Live tomorrow.
Rodney Perry Live.
Cereals, and we might if the cereal thing goes well, we might even go into the battle of the best fast food places ever. We might even do that if the cereals go well. If cereals go well. Okay, so get your cereal list ready. Shawnee's going to be rocking with Rodney Perry Live. I'm exhausted. I'm done.
And I got to go down. I don't even smell the bacon. Usually she make me bacon. I don't smell no bacon cooking right now. That's real talk.
If I was you, if there is bacon, I would have her eat it first.
We out.
I would have her eat the bacon first before you try that bacon. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. At some point, Lady Q will bust in that room and go at Jay Black during the show. You fight for everything in life. parking spots. You fight for views and likes on social media. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take it from you. Everybody, we will see y'all tomorrow morning. Michael Shawn, Sexy Mo, we love you and you're always in our prayers.
Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby,